I got show and tell. What one was that?
I don't know. I'm just seeing if any of these work.
Okay. Hello, be sure and say hi when you join us. We are finishing tonight our sew-along.
Hey Kathy, how are you doing tonight? Hey Sharon.
I've already done some of it in advance because we have a limited amount of time and I wanted to get it done, like done. So it's from a binding leader. Be sure and say hello. We have a good giveaway tonight. I have show and tell. I have our Ad Astra project and I have the next AccuQuilt project. And we'll have this one. So we're going to put our last row together tonight.
Hey Shannon.
And Robert got a new toy.
I don't know about that, but
What's the eyeballs one?
alright, well, not very many people on here yet.
Hi Shannon. Hi Sharon. Hi Kathy. It is Tuesday, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's Tuesday. Hey Karen, welcome to the show.
Welcome. I do like that one.
Which one are we working?
This one. That one.
The solstice, right?
Yes. It's turning out really pretty.
How are you doing? Miranda is in the house. Carol, what's going on? This is what we're working on. Shannon said all day. It's Tuesday.
All day. Here's what I've done so far.
Hey Janice. Hey Sarah.
This is our center block.
Hey Laura.
So we're going to do the last row and
Hey,
attach. And then we're going to do our border. And then we're going to talk about our thread of the month and then have a giveaway. So be sure and comment, say hello.
Hey Ruth.
Hi Ruth. I love how this is turning out. I can step aside so you can kind of see. Lost my scissors.
Has anyone else ever lost their scissors?
They're not really lost, they're just misplaced.
Well, they're not right in front of you.
They're not in my pocket where they're usually, so they're somewhere else.
Alright, let's see who's hopped on here. We got Cindy Cronister. Welcome to the show.
Hi,
Cheryl
Cindy.
Stevens
Cheryl.
from West Virginia. How are you?
Welcome.
Well, Joan, we gave him a couple minutes, so
Okay.
maybe we should hop
Hop
this
to it.
train down the tracks or something.
Did we do a sound check?
We
Please
do
let us
need
know.
a sound check today.
Facebook and YouTube. And so we are Quilters HQ, Windmill Sewing Center, Quilt Sampler, and Joan Sews. The websites are quiltershq.com, windmillsewingcenter.com, quiltsampler.com, and joansews.com. We do this every Tuesday from 6 to 6:30-ish Central. And tonight we are finishing our sew-along, which is Solstice. This is a free pattern to download. We do have kits for these. I don't remember how much the kit is, but I would say this is probably your last chance to get one, because as soon as this goes up in the store, it's gonna go, because it's turning out really super cute. Now, I have done some pre-sewing. I did all of my long strips for the sashing, and I pieced 2 of our rows together. I think it's turning out great. And so, shall we just hop to it and go see what our last row is going to look like? So, just going to leave this right here. We are going to be coming back to the iron.
Laura said, anyone ever not lost their scissors? Yes, my pair have walked away.
Oh, they're over here.
Ruth has been working on finishing the pumpkin quilt. Needs to bind it. Cindy said Facebook is good, thank you. Lorianne, Facebook is good.
Turn this down because the light gets kind of bright and it makes it kind of difficult for you to see. So,
said good evening.
Welcome everyone. So I've got my pieces right here. I need 4 of them. I have 4 left. So we are doing good. Actually do need my pattern.
Miranda said her scissors have legs. She's 100% sure.
I just need to make sure that I've got our blocks in the right place. So this is this one. Yep, pinwheel. I'm going to pull this one out and set it aside. And this one is going to go behind me. So let's attach our sashings to the sides. Now, I would love to say that my projects come out perfect every time, and when I go to piece them, oh, look at that. This one's actually pretty good. When I go to piece them, the sashing is the same size as my block, but that doesn't always happen. So, let's tighten that down. I'm putting my larger piece on the bottom, and I'm going to work, so I have about a 1/16 of an inch of fullness, and I'm going to work that into the block.
Sexy Chocolate, finally catching alive. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Ruth said just keep extras.
Extras. I do have extras. I am locking these stitches. I found my scissors.
She found her scissors.
They were right where they were helpful.
Probably.
So this has a sashing on both sides. I am going to just kind of quickly go over that with...
Oh, here's the pattern again for everybody as well. I don't know if there's kits left or not.
There are some kits.
Kits are still available.
And I'm going to sew to both sides. So this is the lower right-hand corner of the quilt. Again, I'm going to put this sashing, because it's a little bit bigger, on the bottom and work that fullness into the block. Again, locking stitches. We are playing bobbin chicken because I have not checked out to see how much bobbin we have. I might check before I start piecing my border. And I have a little bit of misalignment, but I think I can work that in. Okay, this is our centerpiece, so we're just going to set that aside. And then our other corner piece, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to sew sashing to both sides. Is everybody overdosing on sugar? I've had so much Halloween candy and it's not even Halloween yet. We need to buy that the day before.
You're gonna pay extra.
Gonna pay extra, but well, if there is any too, that's the other thing. Oops, let me flip this over. Making sure this is all lined up. My machine does sew faster, but I have my limits on how speed racer I can go. So just a really quick press with the doohickey, and then I'm going to sew this piece that I set aside. This is the middle of this row, and I don't really have to be that concerned about am I sewing it in the right order, because it'll just flip over in a minute. I will need to know, because we're going to be sewing the last sashing onto the bottom of this row.
Laura was saying that she's been working on the pumpkins of this one, so she's going to start it over the weekend, going in tomorrow to see if we've got it available.
We do. And then let's sew the other side. Doesn't really matter.
We do have a giveaway, and in Thread of the Month Club, so don't miss out on that.
Yep. Thread of the month is going to be more and more important. Being in our club. If you are addicted to the airflow thread like I am, you'll want to be in that club. Okay, so let's take a quick look at our project. I think that we are working on, let me grab the other one and look at it. Okay. So in my piece that I've already started, I do have this piece up in that corner. So this piece is going to be this one down here. So we need to spin it around so that this is going to be the bottom right corner. And then our sashing is going to attach here. So of course I do have it kind of backwards. So I am going to do something you guys don't hardly ever see me do. And that is, I'm going to put a couple of pins in this, right where this lines up. So just 2 pins, because I want to get these pretty close. And I found that as I was sewing, I started trying to line up these 2 colors, and they're actually lining up to these 2.
Hey Cecilia, welcome to the show.
Okay, so
What
good
is
in
the club?
So the club is an airfill club, and we'll talk about that here in a few minutes.
Kathy's in the house. How have you been?
Hello, Kathy. So
We
let's
missed you.
get this going. Okay. So just like when I was piecing the blocks, I'm actually going to take this pin out and then line it up right there. So I'm lining this up and nesting. Keeping this seam lined up. And then we're going to do the whole thing again. So, seems pretty well lined up on this one. So I'm just going to leave it right there. And pull that out. I do not like to sew over my pins. I know some people do, but and I have in the past, but I've hit my needle a couple of times, and I'm right here, and I have little magnets stuck to my machine so that when I pull that pin out, I can just kind of attach it. Just lining up that last part.
What size cube did you use to cut out the pattern?
8-inch cube. And there are AccuQuilt cutting instructions. If you get a kit, you will have enough fabric to cut it out with AccuQuilt. Okay. So let's jump over to the ironing board real quick because we're going to press these seams and then we're going to attach it to our, actually, let's just go ahead and attach it. And then we'll go to the ironing board and iron the whole thing, and then we'll come back and sew our border on. Okay, and there we go. So again, I'm just going to lock that in place, let my machine hold it, and then I'm going to put a couple of pins where these sashings pair up so that I don't try to line them up with the wrong block. And I'm not pinning them to be exact, I'm just pinning them to be close enough that it doesn't throw me off. And there's the other one. Okay. Let's nest that little seam. Pull that pin out because I know where I'm going. And I'm just pulling on this block just a little bit to make sure that everything gets lined up. Let's get this second one lined up.
Peggy Bunch is here.
Oh, hi, Peggy. And when I'm stopping, I'm just stopping to make sure that everything's lined up. And last little bit and our top is, oh my gosh, we're almost done. Just a border, and then we'll be ready for quilting. But let's go hit this with the iron.
Peggy is swatching from Fresno, California.
Swatching?
Yeah. Hey, Connie Call. How are you tonight?
Welcome.
Is this the end of the
This is tonight is the last of it, and
solstice?
solstice is done. I was thinking we might do some Halloween, because I still want to make my kitties.
Alright, well, how do you guys feel about some Halloween kitties?
Just a real simple. It's a pretty cool fusible product.
Is that what you always do?
No, it's an AccuQuilt one.
Huh? Cool.
And it's the Hot Fix adhesive.
Hot Fix adhesive.
It's my favorite. Okay. Should I do that?
Amber Coffee, she's in the house too. Nice.
Oh, I know, right?
What have you guys been up to?
Let's go attach our border.
Alright, here we go. Border on the solstice.
Okay, I've got it all pieced. I did this earlier. Now, one of the things that I do...
Hey, Quilts. Welcome to the show. Everybody welcome.
...is, I don't measure my borders. And the reason I don't is because I know my machine very, very well. Because I sew on it all the time. I'm going to cut off this selvage.
Yeah, this one came out. It's really colorful.
Yeah, it's very, very pretty.
Virginia Bragg, welcome to the show.
So, I make one long strip, and then I just sew these borders on. And you've probably heard me talk about over and over and over, presser foot pressure. If you do not have your presser foot pressure, don't attempt this at home. Measure your borders, pin, and attach them that way. Because if you don't have the presser foot pressure, you're going to get wavy borders. And nobody likes that. It's no fun for anybody. On this machine, it's digital, so it's usually like up here. See how when I push down, that goes up? That's the presser foot pressure for most machines. Even your serger has them.
Kathy had a question. When you
Okay.
make a strip, how do you avoid the wave?
So that's what I'm talking about. This is the presser foot pressure. So if you ever sew two pieces of fabric together and they start out even, but when you finish, one of them is longer underneath or the top one is longer, that is your presser foot pressure that is controlling that. And if we have no time next week, we can just go through it. But it's good to know on your machine. If you haven't joined us for AccuQuilt Club, it's one I talk about frequently because, you know, you run your machine. You don't let your machine run you. And so once you get that down, you can do this and not have wavy borders. Because we want to let our machine do all of the work for us. You don't ever see me assisting or I'm pushing fabric through the sewing machine. I'm just steering. That's all I'm doing. Am I not tall enough?
Yeah, it's like all in the way there.
Okay, we're going to turn here in a second anyway, so. Okay, so next.
Kathy want to know, does the AccuFeed do the same?
AccuFeed is very, very good, but it will help, but doesn't eliminate it entirely. So once
Does a walking foot help?
Same thing, AccuFeed and Walking Foot do the same thing. So I'm going to trim this, and I'm lining my ruler up with the top edge of the quilt.
Hello, Amber!
And then the corner right there with the edge of my quilt. Rotary cutter. Close it so I don't cut.
So somebody asked, what is your AccuQuilt Club?
So AccuQuilt Club, and I'll actually show you our next project. So sometimes when I cut it gets a little wonky, so I'm just going to cut this off. I have extra. And then we're just going to start right there on that corner. So AccuQuilt Club is third Thursday of the month. It is also live, and we make things. So I'll show you the project that we're going to start this month.
Is it also in Springfield on the first Saturday?
That one's on the first Saturday, but Shannon may be changing it. We're talking about doing some live stuff. Join us online. It's on the Joan Sews channel on YouTube. Again, I am not assisting any of this going through. I am just steering. That's all I'm doing. Keeping everything nice and tidy up next to my guide. But the machine is the one doing the work.
Peggy was just saying she wants to do the AccuQuilt Club project that you're coming up here next
Okay.
one. Actually, it's pretty cool too.
It is pretty cool. I don't have it quilted, but I do have it here to quilt.
So Carrie, it's a good start. There's over a lot of stuff in AccuQuilt Club. No matter how many dies you have, I mean, it's helpful.
Yeah, kudos to the group, because some of them, they really don't need to come anymore. They're just coming because they love to make the project. And so
Camaraderie as well, right?
yeah, I can hold up the one that we just did. We don't have kits for that one. No, actually we do in Springfield. There's a couple of them. I saw, I think, 1 or 2 kits. Shannon could probably weigh in and tell us how many there are.
Did you loosen the pressure for your borders?
No, I did not. And presser foot pressure is really based on the weight of the fabric that you're sewing with. And this one, I had already set for the quilt. And so, and Juki's pretty good about, Bernina is Husqvarna Viking Auto Senses, which is so very cool. And we'll adjust it for you. Probably FOF too, because they're the same company. But I already have it set on this one. Close that so I don't cut a hole in my quilt. That would be bad. All this work. So I do talk about sewing a lot in AccuQuilt Club, because even though it's a cutting system, that is what we're doing, is we're doing a lot of sewing. And we make quilts. And the next one that I want to make is another AccuQuilt project. And kudos to them for making such a great product, because seriously, I say it over and over and over, if I can't cut it with AccuQuilt, I'm probably not going to make it. But the ladies and a couple of gentlemen that have been coming to the club for a long time have actually learned so much that we just did the pumpkin spice. I don't know if I told you this. So we did it in the 8-inch cube. One of the people attending actually converted it to the 4-inch cube and made another smaller version of it.
That's super cool.
I know, right?
And it says they have several kits.
Okay, so I'll hold up. I don't have the pattern. The quilt is down in Springfield, which I'll probably pick it up next trip. But
Shannon, hold it up.
Shannon, hold it up. Now, I actually have the pattern here somewhere nearby. So I'll hold it up for the camera and you can see it.
They're all interested in how you're going to quilt this one. What pattern are you using thread?
I'm going to use a burgundy thread. I've already decided on that. So there's a lot of the I haven't picked the pattern yet. Fairly dense, I think, but edge to edge. I'm not going to custom quilt it. Oh, I know the perfect pattern. I got to go re-download it though. I was looking at it earlier.
Okay.
I know, and because it has these flowers in the pattern. Love you guys for talking to me about it, because now I'm like, oh, I know what I'm going to do.
Laura Lafferty said that she loves the club and the new project's awesome. And Shannon said she can't upload the pattern. She can't. She go grab it.
No, not the pattern, the kit.
Sorry,
the kit. Yeah, yep. You'll actually have to come in the store or call Quilt Sampler.
Or maybe she'll just do a live tomorrow and show it. Who knows?
Maybe.
Or whatever day.
And I don't remember the cost of the kit. So. But if you're interested, say so, and I will direct message you with the phone number. Well, actually, you just go to quiltsampler.com and grab that phone number and then call them tomorrow. Do it first thing, because somebody else is going to want it. It was probably our most popular. There was maybe one other one. You know, the Amish sampler was as popular. I think we did more kits in the Amish sampler than we did in the pumpkin spice. And then we made more kits and then just sold them too. This is always exciting for me too, because when I get to the end of this, I'm like, okay, did I do my math right? Did I cut enough strips? Because we're about to find out.
Let's see. Linda Denton, welcome to the show.
But you gotta admit, doing it this way, if you can get your presser for pressure just right on your machine, this is so much better than measuring. And for all of you people that are garment sewers, you have to get it right, because you'll end up with wonky sleeves and all kinds of weird stuff. So.
And wonky just doesn't even sound like a good word.
It's a technical term.
It's a quilting term.
It is. Let's trim that off, and I did cut enough strips. I had 6 strips, and I said I was gonna check that bobbin before we did, and I didn't do it, and we got lucky.
She included bobbin chicken.
I have the perfect pattern for this. So when I'm cutting, I'm lining up this line on my ruler, because I want this to be a straight corner, and then anything else, like if it's a little bit wonky over here on the side, it's going to be covered up with binding. Let's go hit this with the iron. Before we do though, let's turn around and do a show and tell. Hang on. Or did you already switch?
I did not.
This is our Ad Astra Show Pop quilt. And I'm quilting, and I'm using, I don't know if you can see, it's Bubbles. But this is going to be really cute. So, Ad Astra, to the stars.
Yeah.
Or in this case, trees.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's go read this. There it is. What do you guys think? Trying to hold it over the. I love it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it came out really nice.
Go down just a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
But definitely worth making. Okay. So we'll get this quilted. Probably not by next week because I have homework other than this. But I think it turned out great. Thanks for joining me on this one.
Oh yeah, we said there are a few kits still available in the Springfield. I posted that phone number earlier, so.
Okay, so this is pumpkin spice. This is the kit that we were talking about in Springfield. This uses the 8-inch cube. Very popular kit. And Quilt Sampler has a couple of kits. So if you want one of those,
That's the last AccuQuilt
that's
project.
the last
Club project.
AccuQuilt project. This one is the next one. This uses the 4-inch cube, shape number 1, 5, and 10. And it's kind of fun. So if you go to YouTube, you can watch this. It was where it's hanging up on the wall and see a better view of it. But we do have kits for this one as well. This one was 134, I think. So, anyway. Okay.
Cool.
It'll be a fun project. So we'll do it over several months because it's a lot of piecing. Our color of the month is pewter. It is 2630. It is like this grayish. It's not quite black. It's kind of a dark gray. So, thread of the month is 15% off for the show. If you're in the club, it's 20% off. If you're not in the club, it's $20 to join. And you would just comment, make it mine. Aerofill Club, you get this nice little handy carrying case for travel, taking a retreat, to store your threads. And then your thread is 20% off. It's significant now because these are on 20 a spool now.
Yeah, I don't know.
So that'll get you $4 off your spool, back down to $16 a spool. In the range where it's variable still. But okay. And our giveaway for tonight. It's a nice burr bag. This is a nice small one. Look how nice this fits in there. That's not it. We have another project bag. These are from Brewer. Daisy Lane charm squares and a brother carabiner to hook to your scissors so that you, when you're at retreat, you know whose are whose. Even if you don't have a brother, you can still use it to identify your scissors. So be sure and come back next week while we're waiting for our name to be picked. Be sure and come back next week because I seriously, I'm going to make that. It's the kitty quilt. It's the cute kitty from AccuQuilt, and we'll use the Hot Fix adhesive. It's great stuff. You're going to love it. You don't have to sew it down.
Virginia Bragg.
Virginia, congratulations.
Carrie said, laugh out loud, I need to get the cube. I got it because I needed the triangle in square shapes for the quilts I'm making right now. So, she was talking about club, so I think you would enjoy it.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, this is this shape. I think I have one cut out. Yeah, sort of. It's kind of, it's the signature block. That's shape number 10 out of corners. So for this quilt, you will need shape number 10 from corners, shape number 5, and shape number 1 from the cube. And then you can either rotary cut or you can use your strip die. You need the 2.5 inch strip die and the 1.5 inch strip die. But a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
You guys are gonna definitely like it.
And we have kits for this as well.
And we'll talk more about it next week,
Yep.
probably. So
Well, yeah, this one has a deadline. I'll probably have that one. This one will be next, and then I'll do this one. So, thank you for joining us tonight. As always, be sure and oil your hook, change your needle, and check your thread path before you bring your machine in for a spa day.
have a great week.
Good night.